All right, folks, welcome back to the Top Gun Podcast. We're glad you joined us. Today is August 16th, Sunday. Football is back. We had a week. I know last week we had the Hall of Fame game, but this week we had a week's worth of football, and it was amazing. I got to watch football all day yesterday, all day the day before. The Browns played, the Broncos played. We were impressed, we were unimpressed, and I'm sure we'll talk about that after we go through what is going to be our continuing segment on ranking positions by specific divisions. We have the AFC West and the NFC West today, and so if you've followed along with this so far, you kind of know what to expect. But if you haven't been following along, what we're going to do is we're going to compare the different players in the specific divisions with each other. And so we're going to rank quarterbacks from the AFC West amongst quarterbacks from the AFC West, and not the complete AFC or NFC or NFL. So without any further ado, I'd like to welcome my good buddies, co-hosts, Cooper and Giovanni.
Hello.
What up, everybody?
Hello. All right. So with that being said, without any further ado, boys, are you ready to rank positions via the AFC West?
Yes, sir.
Did you do your homework?
Yes, we did. So
all right.
Affirmative.
Good. Affirmatory. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to break it down here. We got the AFC West, as you can see on the screen here. Excuse me. Yeah. We've got the different positions, the pilot, running back, pilot's a quarterback, running back, strike force, wide receiver 1, the wingman, wide receiver 2. We got tight end, defense, which is worth double, seeing how it's 11 extra players, and the coach, which could defense typically seems to really help and or hurt some teams, depending on if they're really good on defense or not. And so I was sitting down and doing this, guys. And as I was sitting down and looking at, depth charts and statistics and who's good, who's not, and what to look for, being a Broncos fan, and I will come out and say that, I'm going to try and stay as unbiased as possible, but this one might not go in my favor. And I think it's because the Broncos are just a typically average team with a bunch of average players and a really good defense. And we'll see where they rank. But you guys keep me in check here. Let me know if, Bo Nix isn't the best quarterback in the AFC West. All right. Because I'd like to think that, but I'm not ignorant to the fact. So,
yeah.
All right. So, all right, here we go.
All right.
The pilots. We got at least one new one, kind of, sort of, maybe.
Right.
And then the rest are Pro Bowlers.
Yeah.
So we got Bo Nix coming out of Denver. We've got maybe Fernando Mendoza, but also maybe Kirk Cousins. It's right now, it seems like it could be Kirk Cousins just for the fact that they're going to do the whole Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love deal. You draft a quarterback really high, you let him sit behind somebody who's had success in the NFL, and then you cut the veteran loose and turn to your young, savvy gunslinger. We got Justin Herbert, Justin Beers, and then we also have Patty Mahomes. And I'll let you guys start off.
Okay.
And I want to note, because I'm pretty sure Cooper might be looking at the same sheet that I am, with at least some depth chart stuff. I want to note that Bo Nix is the highest out of those four ranked in the quarterbacks as far as fantasy football goes. Now, this is not fantasy football. This is not a fantasy football podcast. At least this one anyway. And we may get to some fantasy stuff, but This is more or less just who's going to lead the team the best, who's, a fourth quarter general, those kinds of things. Like those are not things that show up in stat headlines. And, there's been, the year that Peyton Manning took the Broncos to a winning Super Bowl, he was not the best quarterback. In fact, I don't know if he could throw the ball past 20 yards. But he definitely was, a quarterback that you would take over a lot of those guys. So anyway, without me rambling any further, it looks like we got some people in the chat already. Put your money on the 49ers. So when we get to the 49ers, we'll definitely take a gander and see where they play out. But they definitely do have some stacked positions. Anyway, the pilot. Here we go. Okay. I'll let you guys decide. Go ahead.
All right, I was going to decide that Patrick Mahomes would be first just because the accolades he has during his career in Kansas City. And I would say Bo Nix with the second place.
Okay. And then I would assume Justin Herbert followed by Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's it's tough, and I do agree with Giovanni, but like you said, as of right now, you have 3 Pro Bowl quarterbacks in their primes. You throw prime Kirk Cousins in there, that makes it 4. Like this is pretty tough, but it's a close race for that first place position. But Patrick Mahomes, time and time again, no matter how many times he sacrifices whatever, he finds a way to win games, right? It really doesn't matter. Patrick Mahomes, if he's on your team, you're going to win games. I know last year he didn't win as many as he has in the past, but on what I would call a struggling team, he was still pretty consistent, and they still won games. And I think he's going to be the leader, kind of like you said. And so I'll give him the number 1 spot. And then I'd agree. I'd go Bo Nix and then Justin Herbert.
Well, okay.
We don't want to be unbiased.
I think that, okay. No. I agree with you. In fact, I was going to be even more unbiased because I do think that Justin Herbert's a better quarterback than Bo Nix. And
that's a tough one.
Give me the dog that is Bo Nix. Like 9 times he's your Baker Mayfield. He's just somebody who's going to find a way to win. Whereas I don't think Justin Herbert's quite the same way. Justin Herbert's going to rack up the stats. He's going to put together some amazing drives. He can do things with his arm that I don't think Bo quite can yet. And so I would have said Justin Herbert as the number 2 quarterback as well. I still think Bo Nix is a year away. I think that he got some new weapons. I think that Jalen Waddle will really help him in Denver. Yeah. But he has a great receiving core. When you break it down and you look at the entire receiving core, it's great. Evan Ingram's a great receiving tight end. Maybe not as much of a blocking tight end, but a lot of question marks at the at the running back position. But here's my thing about Patrick Mahomes, because a lot of people are going to ride hey, Patrick Mahomes isn't the Patrick Mahomes of old, right? If you look at Patrick Mahomes of 3 years ago, Patrick Mahomes was the GOAT. He wins a Super Bowl. He's arguably on pace to be the greatest of all time, to pass Tom Brady, all of these things. And then he goes through the Super Bowl against the Eagles, where he came out and looked absolutely flat. He comes out last year. He has a bad start to the year. They can't win a game, followed by a torn ACL. There's a lot of question marks around Patrick Mahomes, but I still think that he is in that prime of the quarterback era. I still think that he has 1 or 2 more good, like quality prime years left in him. I know that the ACL is really going to bug him, or at least hinder, but I do think that he is going to come out and he is going to be Patrick Mahomes of old. My only worry with him is what team is going to come out with him. Is Travis Kelce healthy? Is Rashee Rice, is he going to even be eligible? Xavier Worthy only runs verticals. Kenneth Walker, he had a great Super Bowl, but at the same time, that was a great Super Bowl. He wasn't. He split a ton of time with the Seahawks on that team. with Charbonnet, and he just had a great right now, recency bias. He is just that guy that we remember had a really good final game. Recency bias, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I agree with you. With all that being said, I agree with you. Patrick Mahomes is until he is completely dethroned, until somebody else in this division wins a Super Bowl or puts up numbers better than his, or just is able to take control of a game like he does, I got to go with Patrick Mahomes. So without question, Patrick Mahomes in that number one. After that is where I get shaky. Justin Herbert,
He
the
didn't
sitting
win a
on
playoff game yet.
he hasn't won a playoff game. He hasn't won any big games yet, really.
Yeah.
I mean, other than getting to the playoffs 2 years ago. Watching him on the sideline with Madison Beers and her petting his hair, like
That is crazy.
Something's going on in San Diego.
Yeah.
So
You meant LA.
Or LA, yeah. Used to be San Diego.
Yeah.
I don't know. If it's 2-3, I'll go with Bo Nix, like you guys said. I can go with Bo Nix here. And I'll take the heat for that. I'm sure it'll be this guy's a Broncos fan, that kind of thing. But I can take that. Now, here's the thing is, Kirk Cousins is a really good quarterback. He is, in what I believe, past his prime, but good enough to orchestrate a team, especially a team that's been really bad for the last couple years. Or at least be a bridge quarterback so that, next year when they go to draft somebody else, you've got Fernando Mendoza, you've got Brock Bowers, you've got Ashton Genty, you've got all these guys in place, and something can happen. So if you guys agree with what you see up there,
I totally agree.
Or disagree, just let me know here.
I think Kirk Cousins could be the next Joe Flacco of the Cleveland Browns, just like you said about the backup quarterback. So
yeah,
I would agree with this.
Getting them, starting the season, getting them ready, and then turning your Shador or Dylan Gabriel loose, which is hilarious. But we'll talk about
the
that.
Raiders with Mendoza.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, running backs. Let's jump to the first half of the premium strike force. We got J.K. Dobbins, Omarion Hampton, Kenneth Walker, like we were saying, and Ashton Genty. Now, as far as skill in that position, that is what we are looking at. I'm going to have to come out here and say skill in that position. I think Ashton Genty is the best at that position. I think that there are some better situations for sure. I think that, you put Kenneth Walker on the field with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, he's going to have some great opportunities. But as far as the best player at that position, Ashton Genty's he's pretty good. I mean, to go as high in the draft as he did last year, to have a decent year on a very bad team last year, I can get down with that. I can get down with Ashton Genty at 1. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
I think I would agree with you for the Ashton Genty. I would agree.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's tough just because you look at all the running back ones here in the AFC West, and I think we are looking at the same sheet, but like all these guys are like very productive. They're putting up numbers. I mean, Kenneth Walker for me on here is 21. Ashton Genty is 15 for projected fantasy points, which is crazy. And then Omarion Hampton for the Chargers is 23. So you have those guys in such close proximity. They're all super skilled, but I think obviously Ashton Genty, the youngest, and I would agree in that he is the most skilled running back in the division.
Okay. This is going to be difficult, but to decide between Hampton and Kenneth Walker, or maybe it won't, because I have somebody. I think I know who I want there. I think that Kenneth Walker, coming off of 2 really good years in Seattle, a Super Bowl MVP, consistency, which is big. I got to give Kenneth Walker some love here, especially since he's going to be in a great backfield. I think that he's going to have a great year. Now, I will say he's been starting a lot of fights with a lot of his teammates in training camp, and that's not always a good look, but that shows me he's a competitor. As long as they can get that cleaned up and ready to go for the season, I don't see why he shouldn't have a decent year there. So Kenneth Walker, in my opinion, is number 2 there. What do you guys think?
I definitely agree with you, just because I don't know about that Chargers running back for the second spot, but I would agree with you of putting Kenneth Walker at second.
Yeah, I mean, Kenneth Walker, the past few years with him on the Seahawks, I don't know if you guys really remember or if you've watched a lot of these games, but the Lions and Seahawks, the past 3 years they've played each other, every game, the total score, like combined score, has been like over 80. Kenneth Walker is just, I mean, he's a beast. Last year he did he did like a freaking somersault over Alex Anzalone while he was being tackled. Like he's a beast, and
he's a hard-nosed runner.
Yeah, he's a dog. Yeah. I'm comfortable putting him at number 2 for sure.
Yeah, and I will say the Chargers don't have bad backup running backs. I remember last year, Kamani Vidal, he came in and did very good at one point while Hampton was out. Now, I know Hampton got drafted really high last year and got hurt and was out for quite some time, but Vidal definitely filled in that spot pretty well while he was out. So I will say that, like, I will back up that the Chargers do have a good backup running back, and there's no hate to the Chargers. I think that they've had good running backs for a while now, and they always seem to use them very well. Now, I know they're, newer coaching staff, and they definitely have a new offensive coordinator, and the new OC loves to use dual running backs. You saw in Miami, he used dual running backs quite a bit with A-Chain and those guys. So they will do good. I think they will do good. But I got to give love to Kenneth Walker. Overall, I think he is definitely the better of the two between him and Amari Hampton. But like Cooper said, to start the running back segment, it's close. It's very close. Okay. And that leaves J.K. Dobbins. Now, J.K. Dobbins has had some great years.
But injuries killed him.
Every year. It's like every year. Mark him down for a season-ending injury. So he's a big question mark. Now, R.J. Harvey, another great running back. Jonah Coleman is supposed to be another great running back. So it's interesting to see how they're going to use him. It's interesting to see how they are going to use him, R.J. Harvey and Jonah Coleman, with J.K. Dobbins. I have a feeling J.K. Dobbins is going to get a lot of the touches, but R.J. Harvey and Jonah Coleman, expect them to get a lot to try and keep J.K. Dobbins healthy, in my opinion. They want him toward the end of the season. So,
yeah, Broncos are.
I agree.
I mean, the run offense could be low-key nasty. 3 solid running backs and Bo Nix who can get it done on his legs. That's threatening.
I
would
low
say
key is a good way to describe it, Cooper.
Yeah, and I would say running back depth is very strong for the AFC West. I mean, when you look at all these teams, they have 3 running backs, and at least their top 2 are within the top 110 or 25 throughout the league. Somewhere in there. They're very close. They're very solid running backs. So we'll see. We'll see how they're used. Okay, on to wide receiver 1. Strike Force. Now, this is an interesting, because there's some good athletes in these positions, but they're also like big question marks at times. I look at somebody like Rashee Rice, and if you would have asked me, 2 years ago, he would have been up there. You're talking about when you talk about Patrick Mahomes' favorite target, that guy's going to get a lot of touches. He's going to get a lot of yards. And Rashee Rice is a big, strong, hard runner. Reminds me a lot of like an A.J. Brown. Like when he catches the ball, he's getting 3 extra yards at least after contact.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If not more, if he can escape the tackle. So I like Rashee Rice. Now, the big question mark with Rashee Rice is he going to be in prison?
Yeah.
Right.
Seems to have a lot of issues. He has some domestic violence, some speeding. You know, it's just he's a big question mark, and we'll see. But if he is on the field,
He's going to be a monster.
I think he's the best wide receiver out there because of who his quarterback is and how you move the ball around. I mean, you look at what like Tyreek Hill did when he was there, and Tyreek Hill was an absolute monster. Now, there isn't the speed that Tyreek Hill had, but at the same time, like they found ways to get him the ball, period. And he got the ball. And then you saw what happened when he goes to Miami. It's not the same.
Yeah.
Although
barring
I gotta say,
the injury, I mean,
right. I just saw videos of Tyreek Hill, and he's like, "I'm at 100% health," and I was like, "Dude,
there's no way."
I was like, first of all, you're old.
He's
Second
still
of
a
all,
free agent.
If you're at 100% health, the league is in trouble. So I don't know about that, but
I don't know. Would it be advantageous for him to not play this year? Because I mean, you got to think, like, if we look back to our episode on the AFC East, they're going to be the bottom dog behind the Jets. Even they're tanking for a draft pick, and you got Malik Willis coming in and throwing the ball. And I think Malik Willis can do some stuff, but I mean, do you risk putting yourself in the hospital again? You know, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
So, okay. So here we go.
All right.
I would say, if healthy, if eligible, Rashee Rice is the number 1 wide receiver. Agree or disagree?
I agree with you.
Now, that's barring anything else.
Right.
Yeah.
Number 2, I would say Ladd McConkey.
I would agree.
He had an amazing year last year. Amazing.
That's where I was going next.
And he is tough. And he's just that Cooper Kupp. He's that quick, precise, surgical white boy who just knows how to get a ball, pull it in, and get upfield. And
Hunter Renfrow.
Hunter Renfrow. Yeah. I like that one too. Renfrow. I mean, they fit a mold, don't they? Julian Edelman.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wes Welker.
Oh.
Yeah, there's been a list of them. But I like Ladd McConkey. And,
absolutely.
like even being a Broncos fan, like I would love to have a Ladd McConkey on my team. I'm excited for Jalen Waddle, who I think is next, and I'll let you guys decide that or not.
Yeah, I think he would be third.
I'm excited for Jalen Waddle, but I think that he did good in Miami. I just think there's a lot of question marks because of the year that he had last year. There was
and the quarterbacks that they had,
some ups and downs. I think that he'll fit perfectly into the Broncos system, and I think that he will do very good. And it'll be exciting. It'll be very exciting. Which leaves us with Trey Tucker, who's right now listed as the number 1 in Las Vegas.
Receiver.
So,
yeah.
Yep.
I think we're all happy with that.
Yep,
good.
We're all happy. Yep.
Okay. All right. So, wide receiver 2. And here's where I'm excited as a Broncos fan, because I have another great Pro Bowl wide receiver. And I think you got to take Cortland Sutton here over.
Of course.
Cortland Sutton over like Xavier Worthy. I think Xavier Worthy is just that one-dimensional wide receiver. We saw what happened to Xavier Worthy last year. Without Rashee Rice, he just kind of disappeared because teams knew how to take care of him. Like he's that streak. He's super fast, but that's about all he could do. You just, put 2 on him over top, stay over top of him. He's not going to hurt you very bad. So, but with that being said, I think it's between Xavier Worthy and Quentin Johnson. Johnston,
Oh,
and
okay.
Quentin Johnston's pretty good. He's just usually hurt.
He struggles catching the footballs as well.
Yeah. He's had games where it's like, did you eat? Did you have that popcorn before this? Shouldn't have had that popcorn.
I know, and that's where I was gonna go. I mean, like you'll see it, and you're like, oh man, he's cooking it. Like this
He'll
guy
have
could
games
be a
where he's
force.
really good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then he'll also have games where he drops 3 balls, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He costs the team the game. I mean, I've seen where he costs the team the game, and then that'll bring us again to Jalen Naylor, who's listed as the number 2 for the Raiders. And again, this is kind of where they're trying to protect Fernando Mendoza. He doesn't have a lot of weapons. They're going to take a lot of heat. I feel bad for Ashton Genty because you just load the box. But this is their wing right here. This is where they kind of step it up. And they've got your boy, Brock Bowers, who for the last couple of years has held down the fort and done pretty well. In fact, he is head and shoulders above anyone else in the AFC West. I would say the next closest, maybe in his prime, was close to him, and that would be Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
And next, for me at least, I think we go to a familiar face for third.
You think?
Okay.
Maybe controversial, but
maybe. They definitely have a better tight end room than the Broncos, if that's where you're going. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Alex M brings up a good point with the play action to Genty, pulling all those linebackers in. That's gonna be dangerous.
Yeah.
Then a little dump pass to Brock Bowers that could slip out there. And Michael Mayer out of Notre Dame. Michael Mayer out of Notre Dame is just as good, in my opinion. I remember watching him in college, and he was a force as well. So, anyway, go ahead, Cooper. I'm sorry to interrupt you. You were going over the Chargers tight end room.
Yeah. I mean, I just think it's difficult because we didn't see a lot from him, at least the past few years in Cleveland.
The Chief.
He's
the Joker.
Giovanni, I might need you to stand up and do the David Njoku touchdown celebration. Jump up and spike it between your legs.
I'm not getting up right now, man. I'll just do.
Good.
It's
good
tough
enough.
because Evan Engram is also really good, but I think David Njoku. I mean, when he's throwing the ball, he's amazing, but we just did not see a lot of that in Cleveland.
It's amazing how he would disappear. You have this guy who's supposed to be a highly touted, paid tight end, and he'd just be gone. Yeah. You just wouldn't see him for an entire game. So I agree. Yeah. All right, defensively,
Broncos.
Here's where I feel confident. I feel confident in my boys.
Broncos.
Orange Crush coming through.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets a little sketchy. I do think that, the Raiders are going to be far down on this list, that they're not going to be up toward the top. They're going to be one of the bottom 3 defenses in the league. But where do we go from there? Because I do think the Chiefs have a decent defense. I don't think they're great, but they're decent, top half of the league. And then where do the Chargers fall into that?
And that's where I'm kind of it's tough because they both have some great pieces. Yeah, it's tough.
I think the Chargers, with guys like some of the guys that they have, that they could be really good. I don't think they re-signed Bosa.
Yeah.
I don't think they have Mac still.
No, I thought he was on a 1 year or something like that.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still
Yeah.
have Mac. They still have Mac
Oh,
as
they
an
do?
edge rusher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got Derwin James holding down the middle
Yeah.
as a safety. I mean, they have some unbelievable talent. If you want to throw the kicker into there, Cameron Dicker is very consistent. Dalvin Tomlinson's really good.
Yeah.
Jamari Caldwell's really good. I mean, they have
Yeah, I was just
some
gonna.
they have some
I was just.
good players. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say we haven't really been factoring kickers or special teams into this, like almost at all.
No.
But
No. And that how big of a factor is that with the Browns? I mean,
Andre Smith.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Here's my thing with the Chiefs. To compare with the Chargers. You got L'Jarius Sneed, kind of compares to Derwin James. Not as good as Derwin James. Don't hold me to that. I'm just saying, like, both Pro Bowlers. Drew Tranquil, amazing linebacker. He's a dog out there. He's one of those guys going to run around. Chris Jones, a lot like Khalil Mack, can kind of control the line. It's very similar. Harrison Butker, an amazing kicker as well, very consistent, Pro Bowl talent. But I don't know. I like the way that Jim Harbaugh thinks defensively a little bit more than Andy Reid. But my thing with the Chiefs is they have.
I know they have Chris Jones.
Hold on one second.
Are you thinking of their defensive coordinator?
Yes.
Eric
Is
Bieniemy.
it Spag?
No, it's not Bieniemy. Spagnuolo. That's it. Yeah.
that's right.
Oh, my bad.
That's
Steve
what I thought it
Spagnuolo
was.
is an absolute genius. I don't know why I blanked on that for a second, but he's an absolute genius on defense. And that's where I've got to give the Chiefs just a little bit of an edge, is they've been down and out and they've found ways to be good on defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing to score a lot of points, but you can't expect teams to do that all the time. And that's what they ran into last year, but they couldn't score the points at all. And so I think Steve Spagnuolo is the difference maker here. What do you guys think?
I mean, I would agree, I think.
Okay.
And again, it's tough just because of the way that, especially the Chiefs and Chargers, these two kind of middle teams here that we're going with, because I think the consensus is that the Raiders are fourth, but
yeah,
they're just,
and they are. I mean, they
right.
have a bad defense. They have a mid offense at best. They're just building.
I mean, Chiefs and Chargers. A lot of these, you kind of look this stretch, wide receiver 2, tight end, defense. Chiefs, Chargers are in the same spot every single time.
Yeah.
A lot of these, we could see them going back and forth. And
absolutely.
Yeah. And again, it's one of those things that we're really gonna have to see, like, as the season progresses. It'll end up changing week by week.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah. I agree. Spags he's a genius. I mean, he's just different. I mean, the things that he would throw, those Super Bowls that they won. I mean, there's some defensive plays that, Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. He's going to go out there and orchestrate a touchdown. But there's been some defensive stands from that defense that are just. He knows what he's doing. Let's just put it that way. And there's been plenty of positions, head coaching positions, he's passed up to stay in that same spot, and it shows. All right, coaches.
All right.
So we got Andy Reid, Jim Harbaugh, Sean Payton, and the newcomer,
Clint Kubiak.
Clint Kubiak. I can handle some Clint Kubiak, considering it's the son of Broncos Super Bowl winning coach.
Yeah.
Gary Kubiak.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. I don't know how as much as I love Sean Payton and his kind of like evil genius kind of mind and how he plays these mind games with other teams and his team and the media and all these things, like
Andy
all this
Reid.
stuff that you hear about him and, you know, even the negative things you hear about him. I think that Andy Reid, I mean, I don't know how you can, you know, you watch that series on Netflix, Quarterback, you watch Hard Knocks, and every time I see Andy Reid, I'm like, man, that guy is awesome. I'd love to play for that guy.
And he's got that
Yeah.
trash stash.
That's not a trash stash. That is full blown. That is walrus whiskers right there.
Yeah.
It's so tough for me because Andy Reid has created my least favorite team in the NFL, but he as a coach is just so like respectable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he just seems like an awesome guy.
Yeah. I
I'm
agree
gonna-
with you, Coop.
So what do you guys think about that right there? No disrespect to Jim Harbaugh. I think that he's a good coach. And, you know, he's taken a team to the Super Bowl as well. He's won a national championship in college.
Yeah.
With
Kind of.
Yeah,
An asterisk. I
There
mean,
you
there's a
go,
lot
there
of,
you
yeah, come on
go.
now.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, so, but what do you think about that? I mean, I don't see how you have two Super Bowl winning coaches at the front with a lot of wins. Both, you know, Sean Payton making the playoffs last year with what feels like a ragtag offense, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Great defense, but a ragtag offense. And he's an offensive minded guy. So, and Jim Harbaugh, I'm sure Jim Harbaugh will be in the mix this year. I think the AFC West is going to be a toss up. Just depends on what team the Broncos roll out this year.
Yeah.
And if
I agree
if Patrick Mahomes is healthy, it just depends, you know?
Yeah. I agree with the coach list.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So here we go.
All right, I got the math.
Let's score it up. You've got the math already.
Yes.
Or you're going to do the math.
I'm going to do the math.
Okay. Which one are you doing?
Raiders first.
Okay.
And we got 14 points for the Raiders.
The Raiders.
Yep.
Do your best Chris Berman impression.
Yes, sir.
16. You say 16 or 14?
14.
Eesh. All right. That sounds about right, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
3, 1, 2.
I have 14 as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. 4 plus 1. Yeah. 8. Boom.
All right. So for my Broncos.
22.
Double deuce.
22.
Okay.
Yeah.
Line it up. All right. Next, Chargers.
Chargers. 3, 2, 2. 17.
Got it. And
Kansas City. 4 plus 3 plus 6 plus 4. 27.
big number there. Okay.
How many did we have the Broncos at?
22.
We gotta scroll it up. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. Yep, 22 Cooper.
Is that what you counted, Cooper? I can zoom out.
I counted 20.
Okay.
3, 4, 6.
Did you multiply the 2, Cooper?
Yeah. 10,
3.
11.
So I got
20.
3, 4, 6, 10, 11, and 8, 19, and 3. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
22.
Yeah, 22.
My bad.
22.
You did the same thing I did last week.
22. It's all good.
Okay. All right. So here is our unofficially unofficial rankings.
And
is with a healthy Patrick Mahomes, the
and
Chiefs,
a geriatric Travis Kelce,
and Andy Reid smacking some burgers with his walrus whiskers,
and eating his nuggies.
So, the Chiefs coming out on top, slightly over the Broncos, and the Chargers
Raiders
and the Raiders just kind of cleaning up the rest of the West. So that wraps up our AFC West.
I believe the
Positional
NFC is going to be a tough one.
Rankings. This one, well, it's going to be a three-way race, right?
Yeah, definitely.
It's the Cardinals are playing for a quarterback. I think they
actually maybe a draft pick.
Maybe. Well, they're hoping Carson Beck turns into something special, but at the same time, well, no, I don't know.
Maybe
so,
not.
With that being said, here we go.
Okay.
All right, it's quarterbacks.
All right.
We've got NFC West quarterbacks. We've got Brock Purdy, and this is the question mark. But right now it's Jacoby Brissett. We've got Matthew Stafford and Sam Darnold. Super Bowl winning.
Sam
Darnold. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll start us off with my opinion, which is hilarious because I'm looking at what ESPN is saying right now.
Okay.
I'm going to say Matt Stafford.
I would definitely agree.
And I think that Cooper would probably agree because that's his boy, his long lost prodigal son.
Yeah.
But the dude slings the pigskin. He's a surgeon. Yeah. He's a surgeon.
Yeah.
And I think the one thing you have to factor in here again is kind of what we talked about when we were going over the AFC is leadership. Can this guy lead the team to win games? Okay, Matt Stafford isn't putting up he still is, but he's not putting up exactly the same numbers that he was that Super Bowl year or some of his years with the Lions. But what he loses in his performance, he makes up for in his IQ. It's like, I don't know if I want to make this comparison, but it's kind of like watching LeBron. You watch LeBron as a younger player. He just kind of brute forces it. He has the physicality. He has the foot speed. But then as he gets older now, you watch him on the Lakers, and he's dropping dimes and, doing everything else that he can do mentally. I think that's where Matt Stafford is at right now, and I think that he's the best quarterback in the NFC West.
I would agree with you, too.
Well, and I know, so Kenny in the chat, I know you're saying, I know you're saying that Brock, Purdy, Mac Jones, those guys are a great quarterback room, and I'm not here to disagree with you. I think that they have the best quarterback room. We're just looking at who's the best pilot, who's going to quarterback the best. And I think that Matt Stafford just slightly edges out Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is in his prime, in my opinion. Matt Stafford, is a retirement question mark here and there, but Matt Stafford is a Hall of Famer. He's one of those guys that he is a 4,000 yard passer every year. He is he's just going to find a way. He's a dog. I specifically have images of him against the Browns burned into my head with a broken collarbone going out for the last play and just making it happen.
That was an insane pass.
Yeah. Well, he just willed the win. And a lot of times that's tough to do. A healthy Brock Purdy is right behind him, in my opinion. And anytime you're sitting in a Kyle Shanahan offense, kind of like an Andy Reid offense, you're going to have success. And I think that's why you take a Mr. Irrelevant after wasting a very high draft pick on, who was it? Backup quarterback now.
For the Rams?
Yeah.
Ty Simpson?
No. Oh, shoot. It's escaping me.
You're going to have to find it in the comments.
Trey Lance. Wasted a really high draft pick on Trey Lance. And, give credit to the San Francisco 49ers for cutting Trey Lance loose, even though they wasted a high draft pick on him. You don't want to pay the guy. If he's dead weight, you get rid of him. So in my opinion, that was a good move. And they found their guy in Brock Purdy, and they've paid him. how many times can you say a 7th round pick has turned out to be a franchise quarterback? Even Tom Brady was 6th round. So,
that's insane.
I love Brock Purdy. I love everything he stands for. I love watching him play. I love that offense, but if you had to gun to the head right now, give me Matt Stafford over Brock Purdy. I mean, he almost won an MVP last year, so I can't argue that. After we thought he was dead on a crystal table,
Stafford won the MVP last year.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Which, in my opinion, leaves us with Darnold.
Sam Darnold,
who we had this discussion last week, saved his career last year. In fact,
definitely.
it's gonna be really hard for him not to play another 5 years as a starter. I think about that. You went from being a backup in Carolina to a backup in Minnesota to win in the Super Bowl. It's wild. Like, hats off to Sam Darnold. I don't care what you think of him. I don't care what you think of the Seattle Seahawks. That's a fun story. That's a fun story to think about.
That will definitely be taught by kids one day for Sam Darnold.
It's just crazy to think that, you're struggling to keep your job for the New York Jets. Then, you're struggling to keep a job with the Carolina Panthers.
You're the backup to Bryce Young and Baker Mayfield.
Then you're struggling to keep a job after a good season. You have that one bad game, but you still have a good season, and you lose your job in Minnesota, and then you come out and have the best season of your career and win a Super Bowl.
This is insane career.
Wild.
Yep, it was wild. That's a fun story.
Insane journey.
Yeah.
Running backs. So Jeremiah Love, number 1, right?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
By the way, he's injured.
Yeah, he's suffering.
He is.
It's an ankle
high
sprain,
ankle.
right?
Yeah.
Actually, it's hamstring.
Is it? They changed it to hamstring.
Yeah,
Ooh,
he's questionable for week 1.
That's even worse. Worse. So that's gonna drop him for me. And to be honest with you, like, they have a terrible O-line. They don't know who their quarterback's going to be right now. It might not be pretty there. They only have one wide receiver. They have 2. I mean, Michael Wilson's a good wide receiver. Trey McBride's good too. So they might do some stuff there. He's going to get half the touches. Tyler Allgeier's a great. It's good. They're going to split it up, especially if he's hurt. You might see a lot of. Yeah. So
Go ahead,
Coop.
The running back depth in the NFC West is kind of wild. You look at the Niners, like James Conner as your running back 3 is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, James Conner, even though he had a severe injury last year.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely. Here's the thing with James Conner is he's gonna bulldoze. I mean, you can put him in there for some 3rd down packages and completely just wreck some stuff. Now, here's what I'll say: Jadarian Price and Zach Charbonnet. That's going to be a fun backfield to watch because Zach Charbonnet took half the snaps as Kenneth Walker. Like we said previously with the Chiefs, Kenneth Walker, it's a recency bias on how good he did in that Super Bowl game and really the last 2 playoff games. But Zach Charbonnet's nothing to sleep on. Then they go and pick up Jadarian Price, who was Jeremiah Love's backup, who also took 30% of the snaps at Notre Dame. Jadarian Price, I got to be honest with you. I really like some Jadarian Price. And if, again, not fantasy football, but if I'm a fantasy football owner and Jadarian Price is on the board late and I can sneak him, he's going to put up some stats this year. He's on a good team with a good offense, good quarterback, good coach. Like, you go down the line, he's going to get some yardage and some stats. But I don't think he's better than Jeremiah Love. If he was, I think Notre Dame would have probably played him in front of him. But He's going to be good. I think that this might be one of the best across the board running back divisions across the board. I mean, when you look at those guys, I mean, you're talking about top 15 in the league running at that position.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay. Moving on. Wide receiver 1.
All right.
There's really a big toss-up. Well, there's a couple big toss-ups, I guess.
Yeah.
Two different sets of toss-ups. We got Puka Nacua going up against JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
I mean,
we're trying to let my Ohio State bias come out here, or how well he played in the NFC Championship game. But Puka Nacua is an animal. I think that he's 1 year away from his Showtime wide receiver meltdown that all good wide receivers seem to go through. And he, your Juju Smith-Schusters, your Antonio Browns, you go down the list. Yeah, like he's 1 year away from doing something absolutely wild. He's already he's had some really weird off-season moments this year.
Oh yeah, anytime he shows up any live stream, he's
absolutely
not wild.
I think that he is gonna have a great year this year. And don't even come close to touching him next year, because he's gonna
be he's a ticking time bomb.
He will be in prison. So I got to go with Puka here. And I mean, just by the narrowest of margins, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
There you go.
And if you have any questions, ask Utah Utes defense about Jackson Smith and Jigba setting some NCAA records on that game.
That game was crazy, to be honest with you.
I mean, you could ask the Utah Utes about Puka though. That's the battle for the Holy Land.
Yeah, BYU, right?
BYU versus Utah.
BYU.
Yeah,
let's not forget. But
Puka. That's a great name. Just a great name.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the other one that's going to make it kind of difficult is Marvin Harrison Jr. versus Mike Evans. Now, you give me Mike Evans 4 years ago, I'm taking Mike Evans hands down.
Yeah, definitely.
But he's coming off of a severe injury, a season-ending injury, and the problem is Marvin Harrison is or should be better. In fact, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Marvin Harrison played on the exact same team in college. Marvin Harrison was far better than Jackson Smith and Jigba, but Marvin Harrison hasn't had a quarterback, or at least one that is willing to play in a game. He'd rather play Call of Duty. And he still doesn't really have a quarterback, and he's had some problems catching the ball.
That's what I was going to say.
So
I think the Mike Evans I would take for the third spot.
You think?
Yeah.
Cooper, what do you think?
He's way better than
Mike Evans and Kyle Shanahan's offense, or Marvin Harrison?
That's a tough one. If Mike Evans is back to being healthy, I think I would take Mike Evans there, but he's getting up there a little bit. But he's Mr. Consistent, right? Mr. 1,000 yards.
1,000 yards a year, yeah.
And so
all but last year.
Yeah, right.
I think because of that fact and getting in the Shanahan system, I'll give Mike Evans a slight edge there, but that's no knock to Marvin Harrison Jr. because
I
think that's the NFC West is just loaded, literally.
Right.
Every position basically.
We've said that too. This has got to be one of the toughest. It's got to be the toughest division to play in.
Yeah. This is a juggernaut for a reason.
And to be honest with you, like if the Cardinals have a quarterback, you put them in any other division. I mean, you put them in the NFC South, it's a dogfight for first place. And the Cardinals are up there. It's just it stinks. It stinks that they're going up against all these other teams with all these other solid coaches and solid players,
Yeah.
All right. Wingman number 2, or wide receiver 2.
You got to
We
count Devontae Adams.
Yeah. Devontae Adams is up there. Rashid Shaheed came in last year. They kept him. Cooper Kupp, if you want to put him up there. I know he's toward the end of his career, hasn't got as many balls. Michael Wilson has had some amazing numbers, especially when Marvin Harrison had been out those couple of games. And then, what should be Ricky Pearsall or what should be Brandon Ayuk ends up being Deebo Samuel. Pearsall's out for the year.
And Brandon Ayuk is going nuts.
He's going to Psychoville too.
Yes.
I don't even know what team he's on. I think he's still with the 49ers last I checked, but you would think he was on the Commanders the way he was talking about the Commanders. I don't even think he's on the Commanders.
And then Stephon Diggs signs there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be big for them. That's a big pickup for them. In fact, that might change the way we look at, what we were doing before. But
2 weeks ago.
All right. In my opinion, you can't go against Devontae Adams. I mean, Devontae Adams he's pushing Hall of Fame numbers. If he has a good quarterback here and there, in those couple years, right after Aaron Rodgers left or with the Raiders, those kinds of things, Devontae Adams he's something special.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So
the fact that he's even a wide receiver 2 at all is insane.
Yeah, on most teams he would be a number 1. I would say 75% of the league he's a number 1. But when you have arguably one of the top 2 or 3 wide receivers in the league, and Puka in front of you,
yeah.
So,
let's
drop him in there.
All right,
and then let's take.
Oof, this is tough.
Starting to add up, huh? Well, I think Michael Wilson is definitely ranked higher than the other 2. Rashid Shaheed is very similar to what we were saying with Xavier Worthy. He is that streak. He is that take the top off of the defense, let Jackson Smith and Jigba go to work underneath, that kind of Cooper Kupp run the slants, that kind of thing. He's there for speed, and that's just about it. You got to put somebody on him, and you got to have a safety there ready to look over top. But
he's a little more of a gadget guy, right? Rather than, I think, Michael Wilson, who is, as a wide receiver 2, is more productive, I would say.
A possession receiver. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I can agree with that. And then Deebo Samuel, there's been a lot of question marks with Deebo Samuel. I think it comes down to Rashid Shaheed and Deebo Samuel, and they're very similar and opposite at the same time. Deebo Samuel does a lot of his receiving in the backfield, and then they let him go to work. They almost roll him out like a bubble screen, almost like a running back, and then let him try and break 3 or 4 tackles to get 5 or 6 yards or bust one out. I like Deebo Samuel and what he has done in the past more so than Rashid Shaheed. If we were saying special teams, Rashid Shaheed and those like punt returns, kick returns have been pretty electric. He definitely has big play capabilities, but I think so does Deebo Samuel, but in a set offense. And I think now that he's back with Kyle Shanahan, you might see some of those old school plays that we used to see where Deebo Samuel was, again, one of those top wide receivers for, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago.
And Seahawks in 4th.
Yeah. Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah.
Then speaking of the Seahawks,
go ahead, Coop.
The fact that Cooper Kupp is a wide receiver 3 is also insane.
Yeah.
I mean,
he didn't touch the ball last year. He barely touched the ball.
It's just,
but at least he's a Super Bowl champion again.
Yeah, that's true.
One for each NFC West division rival.
Yeah. Okay.
Tight ends.
I don't know how you can go against Trey McBride. I think that
Yeah,
he is very
Trey
similar to Brock Bauer in a sense. He can absolutely change the
Tear it up.
dynamic.
Yeah.
He's a big frame body with great hands.
Yeah.
And if Carson Beck does come in and he does well, I think that Trey McBride could have a big year. If Marvin Harrison catches the ball and takes pressure off the tight end, then it's a different story as well. So,
Yeah.
I got to go Trey McBride here
Good pick.
at tight end.
And I
That's a
think
good one.
the number 2 is also fairly obvious if you ask me. I think
George
you have to go
Kittle?
George Kittle.
Yeah,
You got to go George Kittle.
You got to go George Kittle.
And now he's coming off a big injury as well with his Achilles. But I mean, he's just one of those guys who he loves getting down and dirty. He loves blocking. He loves going out and catching one. And he's his dog. I mean, he's a dog. He loves football.
Yeah.
I see no reason why he wouldn't be right back into the middle of everything come first game. I know he's going to work hard to get back into it. So,
yeah.
All right.
Totally agree.
And that brings us to Terrence Ferguson or Colby Parkinson and AJ Barner or Elijah Arroyo.
Okay.
Now, Terrence Ferguson had a pretty good end of the year, and I think that's why they have him ranked so high. And then as far as AJ Barner, they don't have him ranked very high. So if you guys are okay with that same setup, I'd be okay with that.
That's okay.
Yeah, I do remember Colby Parkinson getting that nod as tight end 1, I think, earlier in the year. And then, like you said, Terrence Ferguson kind of walked away with it at the end of the year. But,
right.
Yeah, I would agree with you there.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I think a lot of it has to do with their offense and offensive coordinator and how all those schemes kind of fit together. So, yeah, I could see that for sure.
All right.
So here's where it's gonna get tricky, my boys.
Yeah.
Before this offseason, I would have said nobody is topping the Seahawks. That playoff run that their defense took was absolutely
incredible.
So impressive. And I know their offense looked good, but their defense was just lights out. Like nobody could touch them.
And filthy.
Insert Myles Garrett trade to the Rams.
That was an insane
and
trade.
Aaron Darnold saying
coming out of retirement, probably. That would be an insane duo.
So
that would be sick.
That's gross. Like,
yeah,
it's not fair, really. Like,
I mean,
how do they keep getting all these players? It's almost like the Dodgers.
Breaking news.
Okay.
Breaking news. Von Miller has signed with the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh,
wow.
That's a big
Does he
still
have
move.
A little triangle on the back of his head? What's his hair looking like nowadays?
The little ducktail.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that
so
up.
Von Miller has been signed to the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow.
So coming back home from college.
But I mean, I also gotta say, y'all, Aaron Donald today he worked out with the Rams again. It was he's worked out with the Rams twice.
If he comes back, then we're done.
If that's
we're done. We're done.
That's just terrible.
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett is the best defensive player in the league. Period.
No question. I think last year he solidified that.
That, no question.
Solidified.
Playing on a bad team. And the only benefit I guess he had was that the defense was basically on the field for the whole game. Browns offense is really on the field. So
I mean, you gotta go with the Rams.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
I think
that's a tough one.
If Aaron Donald, if that thing does fall through and he does return, I think you give him the nod. But just because of all around how solid their team is their defensive squad is, and what they've already proven. I think I'm still gonna keep Seahawks at number one, just because the Rams
Yeah.
do lose Jared Verse, who was
Yeah,
a monster. Granted, you replace him with Myles Garrett.
yeah,
I don't know
Yeah.
if it. I don't know if Myles Garrett can single-handedly replicate and take the Rams defense to be better than the Seahawks defense.
Well,
yeah,
and yeah, I agree with the coaching thing too. I mean, it's one of
yeah,
those things like it's the same defensive coordinator, the same head coach. It's
and
their
I mean,
system's going to be the same. They're going to be good. I mean,
yeah,
for
they
the most
will.
part, they just paid their cornerback.
Yeah,
I gotta go with the Seahawks, but closely followed by the Rams. The resurrected Rams defense.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
that it is, like that fast. They're a Super Bowl favorite.
I saw that if Aaron Donald does come out of retirement, all the NFL fans are gonna blame us, the Browns, for trading Garrett to the Rams.
Well, I'm sure everyone had a crack at it.
But I mean, Garrett wanted to get out.
Well, and to be fair, like the Browns needed to get him out. Like,
Yeah,
you want to have the best player in the world on your team, but at what cost?
yeah,
His paycheck was astronomical, and they
yeah,
weren't getting better. He had
yeah,
amazing stats, but at the same time, they're not getting better. So you
yeah,
gotta reload on draft picks. You gotta go get somebody for cheaper, some young bucks, and just hope it pans out because, well, for the
yeah,
last 10 years, we've had the best defensive player and we've got the worst results. So it's just one of those
yeah,
situations where it hurts, but you cut ties and hope for the best.
yeah.
So,
Yep. So anyway,
all right. Well, I think the rest of it's pretty easy. The Cardinals have some
Cardinals.
good pieces, but they are trash
Yeah,
on defense.
yeah.
Probably would be better, but they play in a tough division.
They
And then you
do.
got
They do.
the 49ers. And I think the 49ers, a big part of that comes from being healthy. I think being
Yeah,
healthy hurts.
yeah,
Okay. Flight command. This is also really hard. I'll do the one that's
yeah.
obvious. Here we go.
Alright,
There you go.
that's easy. Easy right
That
there.
was the easy one. All right.
Yeah.
And maybe somebody in the chat can help us out if they want to, but
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. This
I
is the
think
hard part because you're going up against Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay, and
Yeah.
McDonald. They're all just it's tough. I mean, you're talking about three of the most coveted coaches in the NFL right now.
I mean, McDonald has a Super Bowl in his resume, and he had a good defense last year.
Yeah. I mean, if you talk about resumes, Kyle Shanahan has the worst of those three. No
So
Super Bowl
that would
wins.
be maybe third place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think number one has to be Sean McVay.
There you go, Coop. I think I agree.
Just because he's literally, when you talk about coaches who are like literally geniuses, he literally is a genius. From Jared Goff to Matt Stafford, the system that he is like put in place and instantly found with Matt Stafford, whole new team, instantly found success, won a Super Bowl. They should have been bad. They should have instantly been bad. They had one down season and then they were back in the playoffs in contention. I mean, I like how long? Well, how long has he been coaching? Not 8 years, 9 years.
9 years, I think.
And he's just been. It's just been like.
And his resume is awesome, really.
Yeah, stellar performance after stellar performance from him. Now that's not to take anything away from these other guys because they're also both in like top 10 coaches in the league, potentially.
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan, another genius. His offensive mind is unreal. But when you're in a conference with Sean McVay, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
And you can't forget the Shanahan tree, coaching tree.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the
coaching tree.
The Shanahan coaching tree is just amazing. I mean, there's that famous picture of all those guys standing on the sidelines at what was the Washington Redskins.
Yeah.
And you have KOC, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, McDaniels. Who else was on? I mean, like, there's all these guys now that are just geniuses. But don't get me wrong. I think Kyle Shanahan will win a Super Bowl. But like, anytime he comes up against a strong defensive coach, I mean, like we were talking about Steve Spagnuolo. Steve Spagnuolo owns him.
Yeah.
I mean, he cannot beat the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he cannot.
It's now I know the Chiefs weren't that great last year, but
And by the way, Kyle Shanahan has blown 2 Super Bowls if you count Kyle Shanahan on the Falcons as a coaching.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really struggle to blame the 49ers or Kyle Shanahan for the first one they lost. I mean, Brock Purdy tore his UCL.
Yeah.
2 games before that, and tried to come out, and you could tell it wasn't working. And they did the best they could with what they had, and the Eagles snuck it out there. But I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of tough.
This is tough. Yeah. This is tough. I'm gonna say Sean McVay.
Okay.
I'm gonna say he's number 1, and I think that he's gonna make something happen now with the team that he has put together, or they've assembled there in LA. And then after that,
McDonald.
I don't know. What you guys just tell me your picks right now, and I'll tell you what mine is, because I have one in my head, but I want to see if I'm a tiebreaker or if we're all the same.
I would say McDonald for 2nd place and Shanahan 3rd place.
Okay, Cooper.
Yeah, I would agree just because of the turnaround and Super Bowl victory with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I won't even throw my pick out there. Okay. Because that would not have been my pick. I just really like Kyle Shanahan. I think that he's a smart coach.
Yeah.
And I think that McDonald is as well. I think obviously, like, to take a team like the Seahawks, who, I mean, they got a new quarterback that year. Like, how often do you go a new system quarterback and win a Super Bowl other than Sean McVay?
Almost never.
Yeah, you just never do that, especially a guy like Sam Darnold. To be able to take a Sam Darnold who, like we were saying at the beginning, was basically washed up, was one play away from his career ending, to being a Super Bowl champion quarterback. I mean, that's pretty impressive. So I can get behind that. But in the same breath, to take Brock Purdy and make him a Super Bowl contending quarterback is pretty impressive as well.
Yeah.
So, it's very close between McDonald and Shanahan there. Really all 3 of them. Yeah, really all 3 of them, to be honest. Okay, Giovanni, you got our scores here?
I'm starting with Seahawks first, and I got 19.
Seahawks, 19 points. So you went the back way.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll do the Rams.
Could you zoom out?
Yeah, zoom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zoom out.
Yes.
Yep. There we go.
All right, perfect.
There we go.
27.
The Rams?
Wow.
Yeah, Rams 27.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Definitely crazy. 1 plus. I'll do Cardinals. $14 for Cardinals. All right, 49ers. 4. Oh, wait. 3. There we go. 4. 24 for Niners.
It's close.
I think it's 20 for 49ers, not 24.
20 for the 49ers?
Yeah.
I'll start doing some math here.
3, 7, 9, 11, 15.
Yeah, that's 20.
20.
20.
Yeah, it's 20. Yeah,
Got
it's
it.
20. All right.
Okay.
All right.
So it's just they're leading, and the Rams are leading in most of the key areas. Yeah, I think that the Rams are a good team. Here's the thing: is whoever comes out on top of this division is going to be the healthiest team.
Yeah.
It's going to come down to that, in my opinion. I mean, that kind of wraps up our NFC West breakdown here.
Yeah.
But it's just going to be whoever's healthiest. Even the Cardinals have a shot at it. I mean, they're not a bad team. They're probably weakest at quarterback position, but when it comes down to it, they're not a bad team. They just play in a really tough division. So, if any of those teams lose those starting quarterbacks, other than maybe the 49ers, because we saw what Mac Jones was able to do last year, could be tough.
Yeah.
So those all match up. Those look good to you guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. So that concludes all of the. Let me get us back to. Get us back to where we can see each other here. Okay.
There we go.
And
There we are. Yeah. No. So Kenny, our 49ers fan, he is not wrong. They have no depth. If anyone gets hurt on that team, they are in big trouble. But they've put together a super team. Best team money can buy, right? So, yeah. But all right. Well, so now we are on to the segment of the show where we break down this week in sports. I know JovanniSchefter over there.
I was going to say, can you do what we're going to talk about next week first?
Sure. Yeah. Let's talk about, okay. So going into next week, for those of you that are tuned in now or stuck around this far, our plan for next week is that we are going to, all three of us prior to the episode are going to sit down and we're going to make our rankings list of the 32 teams. So up to this point, these power rankings that we've been doing have been based on that division and that division alone. That's why some of these seem so skewed. Like, so for example, the 49ers are probably a top 7 or 8 team in the league, but they play in the best division in the league. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those, like, we want to now step back, look at all the positives and the negatives that we've just been breaking down for the last 4 weeks. And we want to say, okay, all three of us are going to sit down and put together our 32, and that might be difficult to put them in order, and then compare them to each other. Maybe do a little averaging, that kind of thing. Come out with the Top Gun podcast cumulative result, and then also put out each of our own professional opinions. So I think that'll be fun to do as well. It'll be fun to look at all that, and we can make a fun little graphic or whatever it may be. But Are
we not going to do the NFL preseason games at all?
Yeah, I figured that's what we could kind of work into the week. Let's talk about this week in sports.
Absolutely.
So
I meant for next week.
Yeah, I mean, we'll wrap that up into the end of the segment for next week as well, just like we're going to do today, if you guys would like. We won't spend a whole lot of time on it. As I go down through and I look at some of these scores, let's just kick it off here. Giovanni, as your local Browns fan, what are your thoughts? What are your
Well,
thoughts and
I could
opinions
not.
on what you had to watch?
I unfortunately did not watch the game because I was with Nate Smee during the soccer game.
Ah,
But anyways, I think the Browns did all right. Deshaun Watson was good, but Shador Sanders and Dylan Gable took a dookie on the Bears defense. I mean, Casey Concepcion was a beast. I can
mhm.
give him that. He had a
Yep,
punt return and everything. That is
yep,
awesome.
yep.
But anyways, the Browns looked garbage, I guess, and that's all I have.
They look like the Browns,
Yeah.
and we're the
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I could not watch the game because I was with Nate Smee, so
Yeah. Well, good.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that from what I watched, because I did get to watch the game, I thought
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson was average at best. He didn't do anything
Yeah.
great, but at the same time, he was consistent. He had the
Yeah.
one, he didn't step up fast enough into the pocket, got his arm smacked, fumble, lost it. That
Yeah.
that happens, especially early in the season.
Yeah.
Shador, that interception that he threw was absolutely
Yeah.
and his comments afterwards were pretty funny as well.
Yeah.
It was, I made the right read. The ball slipped, which
Yeah.
he
Well,
then also went on to say, he's like, I always make the right read. It's just it's not executed. I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
and I've been
Because
hearing that Shador Sanders has like bad body language on the Browns, and he could possibly get traded.
well, I don't know about that. They aren't gonna sell the bag yet. Especially he's not
That's
worth
what
that
I've
much
been
being a
hearing.
5th round pick. So they'll
Okay.
keep him around for a while.
Yeah.
I
All
think
right.
that
You keep going.
I think that if anything, Shador Sanders is going to make it really easy on himself.
Yeah.
Because like I said, Deshaun Watson didn't do anything to win the spot,
Yeah.
but Shador definitely did a lot to show he's not quite ready to earn that spot. So if he comes out next week for their game and
Yeah.
he gets the start and he does
Yeah,
amazing,
that's
we're right back to square one. Like, hey, Shador had one bad pass. It was a stinker. It looked
Yeah.
bad,
Yeah.
but he righted the ship, and he led 2 good drives or 3 good drives, has a touchdown, that kind of thing. And Deshaun may have a stinker, those kinds of things.
Yeah, because he
the
hasn't played
Browns,
football in 2 years.
the Browns are the Browns. Hey, here's what's going to happen: is the media
Yeah.
is going to paint this narrative like, oh, they're not putting him in the right position, or Haslam's want Deshaun Watson to play, and
Yeah,
they're handcuffing Todd Monken, or Todd
This
Monken's
is
not
not
calling the
Kevin
right.
Stefanski again.
No, but at the same time, it's the same old, same old. So
Yeah,
the media, I think, is one of the biggest problems in Cleveland. They always
especially
want
with
there to be
ESPN
drama.
Cleveland.
They try to
Especially with
pit.
ESPN Cleveland.
They try to pit Cleveland fans against each other, and it's
Yeah.
rough.
And
The problem
that's
is not the
pretty
fans. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
in my
And-
opinion, it was definitely like a D+, D- game. There were some shining
Yeah.
moments, like you said,
With
Casey Concepcion. He looked good.
He's a beast. Yeah.
He's going to be good. Denzel Boston looked good. Quinshon Judkins looked healthy.
Good.
Okay. I think that there's a lot of good, but there was a lot of bad as well. So
Bad. Yeah.
there's still some strides they need to make. Cooper,
Yeah.
did you get to catch the game at all, or was like-
Yeah, I honestly didn't really realize, because they played on Thursday. I did not realize that the game was going on until I got like a buzz from my phone, and I was like, oh shoot, they're playing. So I did watch a little bit, and from the Lions, it was, I feel like, and they, I know everyone does the preseason differently, but for the Lions, it was just straight second team. Like, there was, the only starter that really came in was like Isaac Tesla, and he just got 3 targets. He had no catches. But even then, I did see some good things, honestly. Of course, I know you guys mentioned it, I think last week, Josh Dobbs was signed to the Lions. He came in, went 4 for 8, 32 yards. Not bad. But then the real, who played quarterback most of the game, Luke Altmaier, he went, he had 2 interceptions, which is not great. But again, it's mostly just second team reps. If we're, at least for the Lions. I know the Bengals, Joe Burrow did come in and play, as well as Joe Flacco.
Which that's good for the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
glad they're getting those guys
Joe
some
Burrow.
reps.
That was the thing last year was he's always rusty going into week 1.
And he's always hurt.
Yeah. Well, but they did better week 1 last year than kind of. The Browns blew it. Andre Schmidt missed a field goal, but
I cannot blame Schmidt.
Yeah. I'm glad that Joe Burrow was able to get in, but the rushing game actually looked really good. We had 3 running backs. I mean, they all were average. Jacob Sailors, who has got some minutes over the past year, he was averaging 7 yards a carry over 8 carries. And then Raheem Blackshear was averaging 6.5 over 5 carries. So definitely saw some good things. In terms of receiving, I mean, literally like 20 guys is what we saw get targeted. Was
they're looking for who's going to fill in that number 3 spot, or step in when Williams or Amon-Ra go down.
I was gonna say number 3, maybe even number 4, just because Tesla. Like you can't forget about him. Amon-Ra, Jameson Williams, and then Tesla, of course. But
don't forget these guys are playing for the 53-man roster.
And again, you got to give all the guys opportunity. And fight for a roster spot. But all in all, I wouldn't say things were bad. Bengals are a pretty good team, and they only won by 2. Obviously, there are things that could have gone better. But all in all, I never want to take the preseason too. I don't want to say too seriously, but and again, it's different based on what organization you are and how they handle the preseason. So,
in my opinion, game 2 is usually the biggest game.
Yeah.
Game 3 is who's making the roster. Game 1 is the tune-up. Game 2 is like, okay, we're trying to see who's going to play on this team. And so next game will be, I think Josh Dobbs will get more. I think that Jared Goff will get a couple touches, maybe a couple drives here.
And it's also against a pretty solid team in the Commanders is who we're playing next week. So should be a good test for some of those backup guys and really, really solidifying things for sure.
Marcus Mariota, he is out for the rest of the preseason.
Oh, yeah.
I
like Marcus Mariota.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, so just going down through the games. The Packers laid an egg against the Steelers. Drew Aller looks like he's going to be a problem. I would say that Mason Rudolph better be counting his lucky stars that he's still on the roster, because between Will Howard and Drew Aller and Aaron Rodgers, his time in Pittsburgh is slowly dwindling. He's just he's a bum. He's taking up space. He's a clipboard holder.
The only one thing that Mason Rudolph had during his tenure in Pittsburgh is that Myles Garrett fight.
Yeah.
Well, and I think I feel like I said this last time we talked about Mason Rudolph. I forgot he was in the league. I totally did not recall that at all.
Yeah. Colts Patriots, they ended in a tie, which stinks, but Anthony Richardson, we forgot that he was we mentioned that, but he is apparently healthy and still on the Colts roster, and they are trying to play him. So, he didn't do great, 11 for 14 with a pick. But at the same time, he's still a viable option for the Colts if Danny Dimes does go down. So, and then the Patriots, I don't think they used any of their weapons. Like I said, next game they'll probably open up a little bit more, but they're just trying out a lot of the rookies and the practice guys.
Are you going to talk about Broncos at all?
We'll get there. Okay. I'm just going down the list. Cardinals Raiders. The Cardinals looked good, and Jeremiah Love looked good. Got hurt though.
He got hurt.
Yeah, so we'll see. Gardner Minshew is a great number 3. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe number 2. Just depends on what Carson Beck decides to do. But Gardner Minshew, he's one of those dog type players, not a surgical kind of passer, but he'll find ways to win 1 or 2 ball games for you. He might lose 8, but he'll find a way to win 1 or 2, which will catch teams off guard. Mendoza looked decent, led the team down the field, did good. So, I think Mendoza, he'll do fine. I think he's a winner when it comes down to it. He's a winner.
Yeah.
Chargers, our boy Trey Lance. Those who I could not remember. Chargers whoop up on the Texans 27-7. But again, nothing. I don't think they played hardly any of their players on defense. So, Chargers won 27-7. Titans beat the 49ers. But I mean, again, nobody really played for the 49ers. Martinez was the quarterback. Cam Ward struggled, didn't do great. But yeah. Broncos. So Friday night, Broncos played the Falcons and absolutely throttled them. You had a defensive pick six. You had, 2 interceptions. One was a pick six. Cortland Sutton looked great. 3 catches for 60 yards. Jarrett Stidham looked great as well. It's always good to have a great backup quarterback. I blame that AFC Championship game more on the weather. Because if you remember, Stidham led him right down the field and scored. And Patriots scored, and then the snow dumped. And, you win by a field goal. You can't really blame that on the quarterback. It's just you couldn't get anything. Well, you could, but it just couldn't get anything going after that. The snow dumped. Anyway, that's just me as a Broncos fan voicing my opinion. I like Jarrett Stidham. I think he's going to be a good backup. Buccaneers handle business. Nothing really to write home about there. Let's see. Dolphins still suck.
Yeah,
they literally have nothing. Commanders kind of handled them. We already talked about the Browns. Bills, they had Josh Allen play a drive. How about that?
That's crazy.
Let him down 2 drives. They let him down the field for a touchdown. Looked good. DJ Moore looked good. I think they're trying to build that connection, and that was the one we were talking about 2 weeks ago, where it's like, we'll see how he. I think that Jared Allen with a weapon.
You mean Josh Allen?
I keep saying Jared Allen.
Oh my God!
The Cavs coming out at me. Josh Allen with a weapon is very dangerous. The AFC East better be on lookout there. I don't think it'll be as easy for the Patriots to win this year. Yeah. The Vikings. That game was kind of boring. 13-10. You got Jameis Winston being Jameis Winston. That's famous Jameis. That's always fun. The Rams, Ty Simpson. If you remember, they drafted Ty Simpson, and that was a big deal. And he looked really good. 21 for 25 with the 2 touchdowns.
He's going to be good on the backup.
Kenny, I know you've been ripping them, and they have no depth, but Ty Simpson might be the next Matt Stafford.
I don't know, man. That might have been a masterclass of a move to give him some tutelage under Matt Stafford for a few years, and then have him just take over the Sean McVay system. That will be nasty.
I know, but that defense will be so bad in 2 years. Think about that. Like Myles Garrett will be gone, Aaron Donald will be gone. I mean,
but again, this is preseason number 1, so let's not overthink it just yet.
Right.
They'll trade away. They'll trade away the 2040 draft picks for somebody else. Yeah.
They'll figure it out.
They always seem to have 500 draft picks that they can trade. If you recall, a young man named Zach Wilson is now playing for the New Orleans Saints. And he had a pretty decent game, not terrible, going up against the Jaguars, but they couldn't come out on top. Travis Hunter's looking big. He put on some muscle mass.
Yeah, we said this last week, man. He's buff.
Yeah,
he's gonna be awesome.
Eagles got spanked by the Ravens. So that's got to feel good for Ravens fans.
Jesse Minter's first win
with a new head asterisk
technically.
Yeah, technically. But to have a new head coach and then to have a team come out and play well, even if you're MVP caliber quarterback isn't playing, that's always fun to see. That's a vote of confidence there. I know preseason games don't mean a whole lot, but should make you feel better, gives you hope, right? And then the Cowboys womp on the Seahawks as well. But again, you got Joe Milton for Dallas, throwing for 107 yards and a touchdown. He's just one of those guys.
Throwing about 107 miles an hour too.
Yeah.
You ever watch that guy throw a football, man?
That's insane.
What a guy Joe Milton
That's insane.
is.
That is insane.
It's too bad he can't throw it accurate.
Yeah.
So, well, all right, Giovanni, that wraps up our preseason week 1. Let's look at preseason week 2 for our teams. You got the Broncos playing Friday night against the Packers at home, Mile High. You've got the
Browns versus Bills.
Lions playing at Ford Field versus the Commanders, like you said, and the Browns and Bills in Cleveland in the CLE. Oof. And like I said, this is going to be the show out game. So at least the Browns play a team where their defense is a big question mark.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Broncos, Packers, that's nothing to.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Giovanni. Take us into this week in sports.
Funny sports moments I have is Mets rookie pitcher Jeffrey Yan mistakenly unleashed his viral high-flying strikeout celebration a bit too early in a hilarious blunder against the Washington Nationals.
And then challenged the call.
Yeah. Dude,
and it wasn't overturned. I mean, that couldn't be more embarrassing there.
He still got the strikeout. But I do want to say, I've been meaning to talk about Jeffrey Yan because the first time I'd seen him, and apparently he's been doing this for a while, because he played like JUCO, whatever, and then he was like minor leagues for the Marlins. Like he was like just like nothing, and he was working construction jobs. And then I had seen a video of him when he was pitching for the Rockies. He was all in the Rockies minor league teams like last year. And I remember seeing the video. It was just one of those things that I completely skipped my mind. I wanted to talk about him. And then last week, he got his first major league strikeout, and he did his thing. And I know you guys saw it because he is so...
He's done it against the Guardians,
He's so extra, man. He is actually... He's a crazy person, and I love it. I love him so much.
I don't know. The baseball purist in me, I can't get behind it.
I love Jeffrey Yan, man.
Yeah, I can't get behind that. But it was funny to see him challenge it and then promptly not get overturned, and so he had to walk back out.
But he still got the strikeout, though. He still got the strikeout.
Yeah.
I know, but
that's insane.
He's so funny to watch, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be pretty confident.
Yeah. Yep. I got another funniest one. LeBron James has a YouTube channel now.
I saw that.
You gonna shout that out?
Yeah, shout out to LeBron James.
All right. It's gonna cost you, LeBron.
I got a sports is sad moment. Former MLB icon Tommy John dies this morning at the age of 83 from bladder cancer.
I saw that, man. That was sad.
Yeah.
That's something that I had on my list as well.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah. Tommy John. Famous for Tommy John.
Surgery. That revived over thousands of pitchers.
Yeah, think about it now. Think about where we are now. I mean, they can pop back in within a year and be throwing harder, some of them. It's crazy.
And I feel like Tommy John should reconsider into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Would you agree?
There definitely should be a place for him, considering that surgery. I agree.
Yeah. It really opened up like a whole nother realm for of recovery for pitchers. Like, no question.
Right. Agreed.
Yep. All right. Clear for takeoff and grounded. First one I got, clear for takeoff. I got accepted for the Smee Sports internship, and I did the first game yesterday with the cameraman. As a cameraman.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet, man.
I'm going to be covering the Aviators versus Streetsboro boys soccer on Tuesday.
I will also be there.
Yep.
We're making a Smee Sports super team right now.
Yes, sir.
We're making a Top Gun podcast super team We're overtaking SME
you know
Sports.
what? We got to get a Coach Morrison feature one of these days. I'm telling you.
Get a lot some live calls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got to get you like mic'd up in the dugout.
There you go.
Or something. That would be crazy.
Well,
oh my gosh.
Okay.
I think
That would be a
Coach
lot of
Graff
money
is
for
mic'd up
Snake's
would be even
me.
better.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
be a lot of money though.
You get a lot of views on that one.
Definitely, for sure. Clear for takeoff. We were gonna say this, but Aaron Donald possibly coming out of retirement.
Yeah, he's been working out with them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Grounded I got. Somebody's not following the Lions, so someone's grounded.
Are you saying me?
Kinda.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm just still not in football mode yet.
Yeah.
I just need to flip that switch.
It's hard to get behind preseason unless you're one of those teams that's trying to climb and build.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure Seahawks fans are not upset that they lost to the Cowboys. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those where it's like, we know we can, so why get all worked up? Those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And, our best players aren't playing. Yeah. But if you're a Browns team and you're like, hey, we got question marks at this point, we need answers. So before we start the season,
yeah. I got clear for takeoff here. Bob Iger and Josh Kushner buys the Lakers for a record-breaking $12.5 billion, succeeding Mark Walter.
And yet, I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen kind of the nitty-gritty of, why the Lakers were sold, but there's a lot of legal trouble going on behind the scenes there. But I mean, shoot, if you can flip a $10 billion organization to a $12 billion organization in 1 year, that's probably good, unless you're coming under fire from a bunch of fraud allegations.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the messy CEO stuff.
it's good for the league. I mean, now all these other teams are going to be like, oh, well, it's profitable to own
billion.
It's profitable to own a basketball team.
I think the big one.
Yeah,
CEO
from Disney
Iger owns Disney.
To now,
former
CEO. Well, CEO. Yeah.
Now purchasing the Lakers.
But
that's
then
insane.
I think what set it all off was Mark Cuban just a few years ago when he went from he purchased the team so many years ago and then flipped it for billions. Now I think everyone's kind of realizing this is extremely lucrative.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, Mark Cuban sank a lot more than just money into that team. So I think that's why he's done so.
I think the other thing is it's also become, and this is what's going on right now with Kawhi, is just people using it kind of, maybe circumventing some rules and
some laundering. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe some of that as well. But that's like the CEO side of the NBA that for the teams, maybe it's good. But as a fan, I'm just like, is this who I want running my team?
Maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah.
All right.
Still, $12 billion is ridiculous.
That's crazy.
It's a lot of money.
It is.
A lot of money.
It is. Clear for takeoff. So Darius Smith comes out of retirement and re-signs with the Browns.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So that's crazy. I didn't expect that on my bingo card, but we're here.
No, we're here.
Yep.
We'll take it.
Yep. Clear for takeoff. Cooper and me are in lunch B together.
Lunch B is looking like the best lunch for sure for the school year.
We got Camden Butcher in lunch B too.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
Evan McMahon.
Yes.
My brother's in lunch B. All the best people are in lunch B. Let's be honest.
I knew it. Yeah. So that's gonna be a crazy one. Clear for takeoff. College football starts in 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
Guys, fall sports, football is here. Like it's all here.
Yeah.
Listen, Ball State, they better buckle up.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being a Ball State cornerback? You know, you're a maybe a 2-star coming out of high school, and you have Chris Henry on one side and Jeremiah Smith on the other, and Julian Sands slinging it.
That's crazy.
It's gonna be rough.
Yeah. It's gonna be rough, definitely. Clear for takeoff. NFL preseason is officially here.
Yep.
Yeah. And I got another sports that's sad. I don't know if I mentioned this, but former Grizzlies big man Brandon Clark dies back in April from un-PG related, and he will receive like his last contract for the money for his family estate.
Yeah,
Wow.
I did see that when that happened. That was wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
And after he got arrested too, that's so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
What else you got?
I gotta go clear for takeoff. I gotta shout out Nate Smee because he is a great guy. He is so energetic. That's why I love Nate Smee.
Yeah, I mean it's really a fun time working with him
Yeah.
for sure.
He's always so energetic every time, dude.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
That's why he loves sports so much.
He does love sports.
Yep.
And he is energetic.
And I think that's it. So, Coop Dogs, you got stuff?
Yeah, I actually had a pretty good amount of stuff. I don't know if you guys saw this kind of I don't know, sports is sad moment. Russell Westbrook officially retiring. And then also, I don't know if you guys saw this. I saw Steven Adams is retiring as well. So kind of a dynamic duo.
That's gotta be fake.
From back in the day of the
That's
like
fake.
Steven Adams is like one of the top 3 players in the NBA.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah.
That's my guy, man. I don't know if he's actually
Remember when you
retiring,
drafted over? Remember when you drafted him over Michael Jordan that one time?
Listen, man, listen.
That was,
oh my god.
I don't know if he's actually retiring, but he is.
He is not retired. So
okay,
that was a fake
account,
I guess.
He's not retired, or
he's not retired. So he's still.
I must have got sent. I must have got sent-toed.
Probably AI stuff. Then I don't know.
Going back to the Russell Westbrook thing, Westbrook, I think still could compete at a very high level. Could you imagine him rolling up to the local like LA Fitness or YMCA, and just playing a game of pickup with your average Joes and just dominating?
Yeah.
The one thing that I really did not like is that, ever since he left Houston and went to LA, it's been Westbrook. Everyone's been like, yo, Russell Westbrook is so washed, bro. He's so bad. The second he retires, where everyone's like, man, Westbrook was always my favorite player growing up. I always loved Russell Westbrook. I'm like, guys, you were the same. And I get it. It's all for clicks and everything. Like now everyone's being nostalgic, but it was like literally 2 seasons ago, he was Westbrook. He was the worst player in the league.
Yeah, remember this play? Remember this play? Like, I know.
And Westbrook said that Westbrook is not cool because he has a family too, but still.
Yeah. It's just like that. I don't know. That's just
Brody
social media.
But Brody deserved to go out with a huge bang than this.
Yeah, it's sad. You have to think like Oklahoma City couldn't help him out with anything. Like
either a one-day contract.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I think it's just tragic. But
clear for takeoff. Kevin Garnett is getting his jersey retired this NBA season.
Oh, that is good.
Speaking of jersey retirement, probably should talk about that.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about Jade Daniels?
Oh my yes. Okay, so that was one of my things. I had not got there in my little notes on my phone, but
he's
first
a diva.
It's his.
I just love all the trolls. It's his mom. Well,
but also
it's probably her that he asked for the copy of the Heisman Trophy that they have in LSU back. Like that's part of the settlement. He has the actual Heisman Trophy. So this is it's the petty wars now.
Yeah.
I've seen just so many posts of people being like, "We've removed number 5 from this in honor of
right."
Jade
The
trolls
are
is crazy for this.
So
or like the audacity for them to put a 5 up in honor without honoring Jaden Daniels.
the funniest
That
one I
is
saw
insane.
was these kids, and they're like, when we're in the locker room after practice, giving high fours because we want to respect Jaden Daniels.
Oh,
And I saw like I don't know
the
if you guys know.
Guardians did a weird one after the game.
I
Yeah.
saw Mile
Yeah.
Split USA, which is like the cross country and track and field website. They
Yeah.
said for cross country, we're now ranking by top 6 runners, and we're skipping number 5. And they just shows their website, and it has a little tab, and it goes one.
Oh!
Whoa, what was that? It
Put
goes
your hand
one,
up.
It
Yeah.
goes
You gave it
one,
the signal.
2.
Yeah.
It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 for their team rankings.
Yeah.
What
That's
the
funny.
heck? How did I do that? I was
Yeah.
whoa!
There you go.
Wow,
Just pinch away.
that's crazy. But yeah, I had seen a ton of people trolling
Uh.
about that, the whole thing, and I'm putting the blame on his mom because she's a
Yeah.
little crazy. I remember when he was at that viral video of him at like
Yeah,
USC women's
she didn't want to
basketball,
see goals.
and
Yeah.
he was talking to Juju Watkins, and she had got up or something, and his mom went and sat in between them.
I feel
like,
like
dude,
Jaden
what are we
Daniels'
doing?
mom is like Kevin Durant's mom.
No, I don't think that's
yeah,
quite the
it's-
same. Shout out to Wanda Durant though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she the real MVP.
She's a
Yeah.
real MVP.
She's a real MVP.
But speaking of
Um,
MVPs, that kind of brings me to one of my other ones, sports' wild moments.
Yeah.
So let's take a look back to 2001 Ohio high school basketball.
Okay.
Man,
2001. Who's gonna be Mr. Ohio basketball?
LeBron James.
It's LeBron, right? Of course.
Oh.
Number
Yeah, right.
So number 2 in Mr. Ohio basketball was a kid by the name of Mike Gainsey, who
That's
played for Olmsted Falls.
Yeah.
If you don't know, he's the 76ers president, and he
It's-
played in high school at the same time as LeBron James.
Yeah.
And
Is
LeBron
that not-
James.
It's
Is
a
still playing.
76er.
And now
Playing
LeBron
for-
plays for the
yeah.
76ers. Is that not crazy?
That's
That's
a
wild.
coincidence.
That's like
It's
the
wild.
that's like next level of
That's rabbit hole stuff right there.
LeBron
Yeah.
and JJ Redick, where like LeBron played with JJ, and then now JJ was his coach. That this is like the next level of that, where
We'll
you
have
have
to-
kids who are the same
Let's get-
age, and one of them is a president of like an NBA team, and one of them is playing for the NBA team still.
That's
crazy.
insane.
We're gonna have to clip that. That's definitely gonna have to be
Yeah.
its own. Yeah.
That's when I saw. I think I don't even know where I saw
Definitely
that,
clip
but
it at the 152 mark.
came across my feed, and I was just like, wow,
That's
baffling.
wild. Yeah, that is pretty wild.
Yeah.
Another crazy basketball thing, guys. Dennis Schroeder. He
Yeah.
is set to sign with the Charlotte Hornets, making
Traded
it. Yeah, that would make it his 12th
in
franchise
14 years.
in 14 years.
that
that
is
is-
insane. That is
that's
a
crazy.
rainbow of
Es-
colors.
Especially
Does that mean
when you
you're
think
good
about-
or does that mean you're bad?
Well, and so that's where I was gonna go. Is Dennis Schroeder? I feel like he's an okay point guard. He could be like point guard number 2 on most teams. He had like great years in Atlanta. I feel like how long did he play in Atlanta? What, 3 years at least?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he's played for 12 franchises. That is ridiculous.
It
Yeah.
is, bro. It is.
It's crazy. Yeah, that's gonna be
It's
hard to
just-
think about as far as like his family.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
he's German,
Yeah.
isn't he?
He is German.
He is German.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's definitely he's definitely gonna be a good podcaster. You can feel he'll
Got
be a
to.
good podcaster.
He's played with
then-
everybody.
Well, yeah, and then so when they're like, oh man, your day's in this team. What can you tell us about these guys? He knows everyone. He knows
Yeah.
everyone now.
He knows every locker room. He knows every owner. He knows every
Oh, yeah.
all-star. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, just crazy. And then I had another sports is funny moment. I don't know if you guys saw this moment between Michael Penix and Tua on the bench, but yeah, they literally recreate
This
like
guy.
literally. That is just so crazy.
It was
And
like
that
right after he
after-
threw a pick. Yeah.
It was after his first
Yeah.
play as a Falcon, threw a
Falcon.
pick, and they were like, one of his coaches must have been talking about him, and
Oh, I'm
Michael
sure it's
Penix
100% out of context. Yeah.
yeah,
No, you'd love to hear what it is, but it's not a good look. Yeah.
that's like
It
one of
is
those
not.
whatever that one moment is between Lamar Jackson and or whatever that guy's name is, where like they're on the sideline and the guy says something wild to Lamar and Lamar just looks at him like that, and it like that is one of those things where we will never know until they're both long out of the league where that they kind
I'm
of
sure
start
it's
talking
nothing,
about that.
but
Still,
the
that's
media
just
won't paint it that
like,
way.
yeah, that's just a crazy camera angle to have. Wow,
Yeah.
you see Michael Penix start turning and pointing at Tua. But yeah, just crazy, man.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's all I had. I don't know if you have anything else more. I
I got a
covered
couple.
lot,
We did. You covered a ton. I mean, the Jaden Daniels was definitely one that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
That was just a funny whole scenario there.
Yeah.
Josh Baez of the Cardinals, that's got to be cleared for takeoff. He had 3 home runs in his first 3 at bats.
Yeah.
So he got called up, hits 3 home runs in 3 at bats. No one's ever done that before. That's a good start. That's a pretty good start to your career, I'd say. I think who knows where it goes from here, but he can always hang his hat on that.
No question.
Other than that, I didn't have a whole lot. We went over all the NFL stuff. The Guardians stink again.
Yeah, I was just gonna get into it.
So
we lost.
I did have one more thing that just kind of popped into my head. I don't know if you guys were familiar with this. I don't know how much you guys watch like UFC or mixed martial arts, but this fighter named Pritchard Colon.
R.I.P.
Yeah, rest in peace to him. A few years back, he got into this fight, and I mean, he kept on getting hit in the back of the neck, which you're not allowed to do, but the officiating in the match was not very good, and he just kept on getting beat down. And once he kind of and the fight was over, the referee had to call it, but he got hit in the back of the neck so many times that he went into a coma for almost a year. He woke up and he was absolutely not the same, loss of muscle control, because he got his spine beat down so bad that
I've seen this.
He just lost so much control, and he just passed away the other day, which is just so sad. But
it is.
Yeah. Respect to him. I just remembered that just came into the back of my head. So
that is sad. Boxing failed him for sure.
It is.
Went too far.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if that's it, let's
17-0.
Let's do it.
See if we can finally win.
Gotta get
to bring it in right here.
Perfect score. All right, you ready?
Okay, let's do this.
You guys can see it. All right, new game. Here we go.
All right, let's go.
We're gonna start off with the Squealers.
The Squealers.
Oh man. Here.
Did we say they did anything good? Not a great tight end, not a great wide receiver, not a great running back.
Would that be Pickens?
Aaron Rodgers?
Or no, not Pickens anymore.
Not Pickens.
No. Where were you at? Like 3 years ago. DK Met.
I was just imagining him with that catch over the Browns. But
it's DK if he's healthy.
Gosh, we might have to take their their defense.
Michael Pittman.
Yeah.
That was their big pickup in the offseason.
Yeah.
That's just not a good team to get.
No. Let's go defense. Just because it's everything else is really bad. Or not good. Let's just put it that way.
Kansas City.
You gotta go Patty, right?
Patrick Mahomes,
Big Patty Mahomes is the one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Not terrible. Trey McBride. One shining moment.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Titans.
Gosh. That's a tough one.
I
mean, you could go Carnell Tate.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wouldn't go head coach. I wouldn't go line. I wouldn't go running back. That's about all we have, right?
We have to go Carnell Tate.
Carnell Tate it is.
Okay. We might have to do a second one. I swear.
We might
have 14-3 again.
Not Quinshawn. Maybe no.
Judkins might be the best bet.
Maybe we
have
O-line.
2 tight ends. Could
Bannon.
go O-line.
I don't know. I mean, I wanted to say Judkins.
I don't know if we'll get it. Yeah, gosh, that's another bad one. I
Yeah.
think we could go.
How about
We could go
the
Judkins.
O-line?
Let's go Browns O-line.
There you go.
All right, fair enough.
I know they got Fano and everything.
Yeah. They have a decent O-line.
Bengals.
Oh, Jamar.
Jamal
Yeah.
Chase.
Colonel Tate, Jamar Chase, that's kind of nasty.
Yeah.
Bears.
Oh,
You gotta go
Bears.
Ben Johnson.
Oh.
Ben Johnson.
Colson Loveland and Trey McBride is kind of
Ben
crazy. though.
Johnson. You gotta go Ben Johnson.
Oof.
Okay. I'll go Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
He hasn't really won anything yet, but
Benny Johnson.
we know he's good.
Dolphins.
Chain.
You gotta go
Hey, Chain.
A-Chan.
We've already been over this, man. Why do we get the Dolphins every time? I mean, not that was the-
Dolphins
Why
and the
don't
Jets
we
are
get the
like
Lions in this?
Yeah.
two
Packers.
stinkers. You got Tucker.
Josh
Kraft.
Jacobs. Tucker Craft.
I think Tucker Kraft over Josh Jacobs.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure.
We have a better chance of getting a better running back.
I hope it's.
Okay.
I really hope it's the Lions.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Colts.
Eh.
JT.
It's
Yeah.
not terrible.
I swear, if this is an A minus.
That's
14
another
and 3
14.
again.
Oh.
We upgraded.
Got an A.
We upgraded. Got an A.
Okay.
All right.
There
one
we
more.
go.
One
Yes,
more.
I
just
think
for
we
the-
can. I
Yes,
think
sir.
you know.
The heck of
if
it?
we put it all
Yes,
together.
yes,
We gotta
yes.
put it all together.
All right. All right.
Carolina.
Carolina.
All right. Never mind. We quit.
Gosh, who would we even put, man?
Tet McMillan.
McMillan, sure.
Yeah.
He was decent. Browns again.
Gee,
Let's
Merry
go.
Christmas.
Let's
Well,
go.
O-line
Defense.
must.
What
O-line
about
must. No.
defense?
We
Well,
could go defense, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I
let's
don't
go
know.
Browns
We might
defense.
get it.
I mean, defense.
Their
is
O-line
good,
was
because-
pretty good.
Yeah. Bills. Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Obviously.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Jacksonville.
There's not a lot.
Mm.
Jeez, I don't even know.
Definitely
I'm
not
looking at
Liam Cohen.
No.
I wonder what the running back is for Jacksonville.
We could go Tootin,
Yeah.
Or we
The
could
Schul
go-
Tootin.
or we could go Parker Washington. I think maybe Brian Thomas.
But maybe Parker
That's a-
Washington, I guess.
That's a tough
Maybe-
one. But,
Yeah. What
but
about the
that would be
O-line?
I don't know what their O line is like. We might have to take a shot on that.
I don't know.
That's a tough one
Let's take a shot on it.
Let's do O-line.
I just think
because we can definitely get better wide receivers.
Bears
better running backs.
again.
I
Let's
think
go.
Go back with
Go-
Ben.
Ben Johnson. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Give us like a.
Bengals again.
Jamar
Jamal
Chase.
Chase.
You have to. You have to. That's a good
You
wide
have to.
receiver right there.
We gotta get Lions. Rams. Kyron
We
Williams.
Yeah, we could go Kyron or what's his name?
Kobe Parkinson.
Yeah, I think you got to go
Yeah.
Kyron.
Yeah.
Parkinson's
Yeah.
not that
Oh
great.
yeah, and we could
I'll
have.
go
Oh
Kyron.
man, we could have
Ah.
got Luka.
Do you go Breeze?
Frick.
Brees Hall.
No.
Yeah. That might
I
be the
mean,
bet. Oh,
I
let me
hope
see, let me
if
see.
we get the Lions.
Kenyon
but-
Sadiq. Let's go Kenyon Sadiq.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Hopefully
hope
we
he's-
can get
Hope they
Lions.
have him rated pretty high.
New England.
Hunter Henry.
Yeah, Hunter Henry.
Oh man.
Last
This is-
one.
This is not a
Last
17-0.
No.
No,
LA. No.
we got to take their backup running back.
Yeah.
Vidal.
We could get
Oh.
Hampton. We could get Hampton.
I think
That's
is
a
14.
13.
Oh.
13.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we
B+.
failed. All right. Well,
Yeah.
we got
But we got
15
the
and
A.
2.
We got the
We
15
Got
and 2.
a solid A there, yeah.
Yeah.
One
All
of
right.
these days, man, we're gonna put it all together.
Yeah.
One of them.
All right.
All right, boys. Great job tonight. Proud
Yeah.
of you. You got homework.
Yeah.
See how
I
it
don't
comes
have
out.
any. I don't have any summer work, you know.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking about
Oh,
Team
putting together our.
rankings.
Yeah.
get your team rankings going.
Yep. We're
So.
back in 3 more days.
Here we go. Buckle up.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Send us home, Giovanni.
Alright, subscribe to Ohio Sportscaster so you can watch JovanniSchefter, breaking news and updates. Subscribe to Top Gun Podcast. Subscribe to Coop Dog Sports. Subscribe to Smee Sports. Subscribe to famous YouTuber Tom Grossi. And subscribe to That's Good Sports.
And I gotta say, I do want to shout out another podcast. I don't know if this has come across your guys' feed, but
Like a Sammy Grass.
Sammy Gress and the
Grass.
Jack of all Trades podcast that just came across my feed, and you know what? I just had to shout the guy out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Don't worry, I've already been in contact with him. We're trying to hook up.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'll say that would be so
That's
sweet.
good.
I'd
That'll
seen
be
that,
sweet.
and you know, I shot him a follow. If you guys like our podcast, you will like their podcast.
Yep.
Yep.
Can almost
Very
guarantee.
similar.
Yep. We'll see. I'll see you on Tuesday, Coop. It's not about
Oh.
being right. It's about sounding confident.
Yes,
All right, boys.
sir.
All right. Also, Lego.
See ya.
See ya.